You know, I really believe that if you want to get to know somebody, spend some time with them around a campfire. And if you really want to talk about conservation in nature, you do it in nature. Ladies and gentlemen, we can no longer ignore the realities of habitat loss, the extinction crisis, and the impact that man has on nature. While that impact is often unintentional, it is growing. And then, of course, there is the intentional impact, the type that kills for greed and the horror stories that surround it. While these horrors often dominate our media outlets, it is crucial for us to remember the success stories through conservation action. It is through those success stories that we find the hope that gives us the strength and passion to continue working. Now, I do believe that it could be a long and seemingly impossible process to teach this generation of people that their beliefs are wrong, they do not have the right to do this, and their actions are literally destroying our world. Until then, I think it's up to stewards like you and me to protect and save these animals while we still can, until there is a time where the new generation is strong enough and wise enough to stand up, take control, and save what's left of their planet. Now, I'd like to take a little bit of time and talk about one such species that we're currently working with in order to try to prevent its extinction, the southern white rhino. Long before the overcrowded populations, the earth could be described as endless green pastures where these gigantic herbivores grazed. An existence where natural predators were really their only threat, a generally perfect balance. This is where our modern-day rhino originated from. Through evolution and adaptation, these marvelous horned beasts survived against all the odds. But the world has changed, and I'm telling you right now, these gentle giants need our help. The rhino is the second largest mammal alive today, just behind the elephant. They can live up to 40 years old, and they've been around for more than 40 million years. Yet today, less than 28,000 of them exist in the wild. Poaching for the illegal trade of rhino horn is now their greatest threat, as the average number of deaths per day is higher than that of their birth rate. Powdered rhino horn is sold all throughout Asia for traditional medicine as a supposed cure for all sorts of illnesses. Rhino horn jewelry is bought purely as a symbol of wealth. Over 1,000 rhinos have been killed annually, and that number only continues to rise. In 2013, on average, 3 rhinos were killed every single day. We must figure out what it means to be a human on the earth at a time when so many living systems are busy collapsing. And we cannot save these animals without the help of people like you. And there's so much that we can do together. Now, at this point, you may be wondering whether I'm optimistic or pessimistic about the future of wildlife and nature. Well, I really believe that if you look at what's going on in the world and the facts, and you're not pessimistic, then you either don't understand the data, or you simply choose not to see the evil. However, if you meet the people that I have that are working hard to save and protect all of the wildlife and their natural habitats, and you're not optimistic, well, then you simply just don't have a pulse. We all have to get involved. You can help us raise that awareness. The more that we can do together, the more people will learn about these growing dangers. This action needs to take place in schoolrooms, campuses, farms, jungles, villages, companies, hunting organizations. You can join a multitude of caring people. No one really knows the multitude of organizations that are working on these problems today. But what we do know is less than 1% of charitable giving annually goes towards the conservation of our planet. There is more than adequate sunshine and rain and fruit on this planet to get this done. So how can you make a difference? Speak up. Share your passion for wildlife conservation with your family. Tell your friends how they can help. Ask everyone you know to pledge to do what they can do to stop wildlife trafficking and support wildlife conservation. Guys, we have a long road ahead of us, and sometimes it seems like it's an uphill battle. But I am 100% confident that it is a battle worth fighting because it can and will be won so that these animals can be enjoyed alive and thriving in the wild and not behind some glass wall at a museum.